your boat goes straight to the center of this whirlpool. You guys start spinning faster and faster. The world around you becomes this dizzying cacophony of colors and lights as you go directly underwater. You're pulled underwater. Your boat seems to be pulled apart. You can hear it creaking and breaking as you are shoved further and further beneath the water. Eventually, you find yourself, you almost feel like you're falling. So you guys went down some sort of funnel in the dark lake, and you ended up in this small pool of water. This room is only about 10 feet high, and it goes into a small natural cave that turns bend and travels out of the small pool that you've landed in. There's a very strong smell of like rot. You can also see that whatever caused this whirlpool was a recent phenomenon because this cave you're in is currently filling with water.
Jeff starts looking for a way out.
Yeah, Roland helps.
Well, there's a very obvious way out, which is this cavern that leads out of the cave you're in. So you start heading out of the cavern, and
should Roland go first since he's got dark vision up to one?
Okay, so Roland goes first. It very quickly opens up into a worked stone area. This area is 10 foot by 20 foot chamber. There's an exit on the north side of the chamber, and there are 4 very narrow entrances at evenly spaced directly in front of you that each seems to lead to a separate hallway.
Oh boy.
It's wet in here as well.
Goes into the room like a little room and casts find traps. Reveals presence of deliberate magical or non-magical traps within 120 feet. Does not reveal natural dangers.
Yeah. So in your mind, you have this little radar blip goes out, and down the 4 hallways directly in front of you, about 10 feet down, the first and third hallway, and 15 feet down, the second and fourth, are 2 large pits.
Holy shit, that actually worked. Okay.
There is a large pit down each hallway.
Wow.
Jeff relays that and says, okay, great. All 4 paths ahead are booby-trapped. But can we just jump over the pits?
So that said, there's the 4 paths directly ahead, which all have pits in them, and then there's the 1 path to the north, which you do not sense any traps.
Oh. Jeff relays that to everyone and says, is the water level rising in here too?
So where you guys landed was in a low spot, so you had to travel uphill to get here. But if you were to go back and check, you would see that water is getting higher and higher in that spot and would presumably flood into this area once it got higher.
Jeff turns to Roland and says, we're kind of on a short amount of time here. I'd say we split up.
I don't know if splitting up would be the best idea right now. We're in uncharted waters, no pun intended. And if something were to happen, I don't know if we'd be able to get out or get to each other.
Fair point.
Lurg's like, in my experience, splitting up is always a death sentence.
Thanks, Blurg. Well, now Jeff is intrigued by these 4 tunnels that have traps in them and feels like there's probably... If there's a trap there, there's probably something good on the other side. So Jeff would vote to go west and avoid the traps.
Darendil approaches and he says, well, I'm down with going in any direction, really.
Roland, you want to lead the way?
Yeah, I'll go first.
Max, can we just jump over the pit?
Yeah, so the pit appears to be 10 feet wide. If you have a strength of at least 10, you can jump 10 feet. If you make a running jump, you can jump up to your strength score in feet. I don't believe Stool will be able to jump across.
Can we toss him across?
Somebody can carry him, I think. He's small and light. He's really tiny. He's very weak. And then Bupido also cannot make it across.
Can we just... Well, he's still tied up, or I tied him up again. Can we just strap him to Blurg's back or something?
Yeah, so Blurg's got Bupido tied to the back of him. Who's carrying Stool?
Adam's clearly not back, but let's say Adam probably does.
I'm here.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, I've been here forever.
Remarkably quiet.
Very quiet, very stealthy, almost like a ninja.
Yeah, worryingly quiet. You want to carry
climb into Calvinus's shoulder.
Who's on my shoulder?
Stool?
Well, you said it's 10 feet high ceiling?
Yeah.
I'll turn into a giant spider.
Okay.
Whoever wants to get on me can. And then I can crawl on the ceilings to not set off traps. So I'm like hanging from the ceiling.
Which of these halls are you going down? This one?
Sure.
Yeah.
You start walking down the hallway. You see the area in the center there where there's where the large pit would be. You can see that the stonework over the pit is very poorly done and rickety and definitely would fall through if you landed on it. But you're able to leap over it, and the path veers off to the left, and it opens up once you go about 10 feet or so after it veers, and you can see this path actually connects with the upper path, and you can sort of walk back a little bit and see that they both lead back to the same spot. But then it also leads off to the left and leads down south and opens up once you get down south, and then it ends in a very large door. And this door has on it this a sort of strange pattern. It's definitely an intentional pattern of some sort, but it doesn't seem to have any form or shape to it that you can identify. You can also see that the halls lead back up, and all four of these halls are actually connected to each other.
I want to go be right by whoever's in the lead.
Roland.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't care who's attached to me. I'm going to stick with whoever's sort of in the front.
Did Jeff's spell detect like traps? Did it detect anything by this door? Or?
Nope, those are the only traps
Max?
his spell detected.
Okay.
So Jeff goes to open the door.
Is that what's happening?
Yeah.
Once you open the door, you see this room beyond has a stone fountain with a raised edge. The basin contains shallow, brackish water. At the center of the pool is some rubble of a broken statue resting atop a pedestal. All that remains that's recognizable of the statue is a pair of clawed stone feet clutching the pedestal's top. Carved into the wall, there are 7 niches. Water seeps into one of the niches through a crack in the wall. 2 of them are empty. The other 4 niches have these strange, formless sculptures occupying them, and they're remarkably similar to the image on the door.
Can we look for anything interesting? Like, is there anything in the niches, or like look for a way out or something? Or
Roll investigation. As you guys are walking around this room looking for things, Roland, you start by looking in this brackish water. Mm-hmm. You actually see that there are a number of items in this water, and some of them look quite valuable. There's some gold pieces down there. It looks like some jewelry. A couple of vials with some liquids and a weapon are all down there.
I think I see something down in the water. It looks like valuable items, maybe.
And what is everyone else doing while he does this?
I had moved back with stool to this over here because I got a bad feeling.
also looking around.
As you are looking around through this room, you start to investigate the edges of the room and these sculptures, and you touch one.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
And as you touch one, it begins to melt in front of your eyes and ooze over your hand.
Oh, no.
Well, sorry, guys. I fucked up.
So 4 gray oozes melt from these statues and start oozing towards all of you.
Did the door shut behind them?
Nope. As Roland was looking in the water at these items that he sees down there, Jeff was looking through the rest of the room, and he touches one of the statues. And when he touched the statue, it melted, and along with all the other statues in the room. And they ended up actually being oozes, and they started oozing towards the group.
If I pick something up, then it's mine, and that's it. The second that I touch it, then it becomes mine, and he'll never give it up. I've touched this. This is now like soulbound to me. It is mine. Even that little amulet thing that like Darendil wants from him, like it is now like a part of me. It's soulbound to me, so I'll never give it.
Okay.
So that'll be interesting because I've got the bag full of stuff.
Yeah.
And like, what if we can salvage anything from this pool? Jeff's going to say, well, let's toss it in the bag. But if Roland picks any of it up to put in the bag.
Yeah, exactly. So I can't. But do the others know of Roland's madness where like if I grab something?
Mm-mm. There wouldn't be any reason they would know about that. Roland may not even be aware himself that this is an issue he has.
So yeah, maybe he doesn't even know yet. Yeah.
Oh shit. Maybe he'll never know.
So the oozes melt where they are, and one of them lashes out a small pseudopod directly at Roland. The other ooze shoots a pseudopod out at Blurg, hitting Blurg as it smacks him across the face, and the place where it hit him begins to dissolve. Blurg roars. He's like, "Oh, what is this shit?" As it hits him in the face, it sort of drops onto his armor and pulls away, and where it landed on his armor, the armor begins to corrode as well. And Blurg now has this huge gap in his chest plate, leaving his armor less effective.
Okay. Jeff says, well, take these guys out from ranged.
Calvinus, you got a bad feeling and fled. What are you doing now? You would have heard Blurg go, "Oh, what is this shit?"
So like I'll go over behind Darendelle and like look, and I'm like, oh shit. That's hilarious.
Is that all he's doing, is laughing?
Yeah, he's like laughing so hard that it's just can't even. He's just like on his back as a spider, just like.
All right. Another ooze shoots out a pseudopod, this time at Darendelle, and he hits as well, slamming into Darendelle's furry hide, pulling away, leaving a bruise and a remaining corrosion that begins spreading along Darendelle's skin. He says, "Oh, that hurt!" and attempts to just cut this ooze off of him. Strikes at the creature with his claws twice. Blurg is like, "I don't feel like losing all my shit to these things," and he disengages and backs up.
All right, I call out to the others. Do we want to just get out of here and forget about this stuff?
Guys,
Blurg's like, "I don't want to lose all my armor."
I think we can take them out from range. They don't seem that tough.
I'm going to do Hail of Thorns. Then I'm going to use the hand crossbow to shoot at this guy over here.
Are you sure you want to do that? Do you know what that spell does?
The spell creates a rain of thorns that sprouts from you. So Darendelle's technically within 5 feet of it, yes?
He's the only creature within 5 feet of it.
I'll attack this one over here.
The one in the corner, yeah. Will that get 2 of them or 3 of them?
No, it won't get any of them. They have to be within 5 feet of what your attack. There is nothing within 5 feet of that guy. They're all 10 feet away.
But if I do a range attack on this guy that's close to me right now, I'll be at disadvantage, right?
You did say doo-doo, so...
Dude.
Do.
Well, if you want to be real technical about the rules, and I don't always apply these because I feel a little cruel when I do, but I really should. If you are making a ranged attack, if you have any enemy in melee with you, you're making that attack at disadvantage regardless of who you're attacking.
Really?
You're at disadvantage because of the dude threatening you right now.
Oh, that sucks.
Jeff is gonna open up the bag of magical bagness or whatever, and it's got a bunch of spears and a couple of axes in it that we've never used. So he's just gonna hand that shit out like disposable weapons. I don't know do I have to wait until my turn to do that, and then Roland has to wait until his next turn to pick something up out of the bag?
I would allow him to snag something out of the bag on his turn, sure.
Spears. I was going to give great axes to Blurg, but the spears seem like we've got 8 of them.
Yeah, I'll grab one of those spears then.
Yeah, you can snag a spear and attack, sure.
Would I add my proficiency to this or no?
Yes, you would add your proficiency, but you'd have to use your strength, not your dex. It's a thrown weapon, but you can use it melee.
If I'm holding it in 2 hands, that's 1d8, correct?
Mm-hmm. And then you add your strength, which is 0, so it's just a straight d8.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so you shove this spear down into this creature, and you hear this little squee as it squeals in pain.
am I even in the turn order thing, or does it like?
You came up and looked at everything.
It's not Divinity where you can just do whatever you want.
All right,
I've been killing everyone, just all the good guys.
That spear now has a -1.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so it starts melting.
Yeah, as you pull it out of the ooze, you see the tip of it is now pockmarked with some corrosion.
Oh, boy, I don't know about this.
Jeff turns to Roland and says, well, we've got 7 more of them.
All right, keep them coming.
I mean, it still works. It's just not quite as good.
Yeah.
And the ooze in front of Jeff shoots out a pseudopod at him, critically hitting him.
Terrific.
Oh, shit.
It just goes straight in the hole, and Jeff's skull mask slams him straight in the eye. Jeff, you take 8 bludgeoning damage from, like, essentially this punch in the face, and the corrosion that occurs deals another 15 acid damage.
What?
Wow.
That was a good hit.
Oh, this is a really great,
It's 23 total.
really great match for me tonight. Haven't hit anything and got critically hit in the face.
It's just
It's like life.
You got hit underneath your mask.
what are you wearing for armor?
the worst heavy armor, ring mail, and a shield.
Okay, your ringmail gets hit as well and takes a -1 to your AC.
Ooh.
Does his face start to show? Does his mask like start to melt?
No, it went right in the eye hole of his mask and actually hit his face. Blurg he actually has some javelins, so he tosses one of his javelins at the ooze that Darendil is attacking, pierces into it, and the javelin like pierces it and then starts just slowly melting and corroding and falling into the thing. He then pulls out a second javelin and throws it as well. This javelin, wow, he actually missed. He pulls out a second javelin. It like gets caught on the on his coat, and he tries to throw it anyway, and it just sort of flips in a couple of little feeble somersaults and lands with a splash in the fountain in between everybody, getting Jeff and Roland all wet. And he's like, "Sorry, guys."
That's one right in front of me, right? That I can't get away from. Okay, how do touch attacks against these things work? Can I touch it?
Aside from the fact that it like melts you when it touches you, it seems to only destroy metal.
Huh. Okay. I touch it.
What is this?
Touch attack. Does that hit?
Oh yeah, it hits, but what is the attack?
Inflict wounds.
Dang, 3d10? What?
You see this wet mass of ooze starts to get really dry and chalky, and big chunks start falling off of it. And it looks like when you let Play-Doh out to dry, and it gets these like big cracks in it and whatnot. But it's still got enough moisture left inside that it's got little tendrils that still are moving around and able to act.
I can't run away without getting an attack opportunity. Okay, yeah, that's it.
Roland, the ooze in front of you shoots out a pseudopod. 18 hits you, right? You take 4 bludgeoning damage as it slams into your chest, and then 7 acid as it starts to corrode your skin. What are you wearing for armor?
Drow guard armor.
Okay, so you got a chain shirt on. All right, so that chain shirt begins to corrode as well, so that's got a -1 to its AC. So your AC is only 15 now.
Damn it.
All right, one of the other oozes starts oozing out of the little alcove it was resting in, slowly makes its way over towards Darendil, shoots out a pseudopod at him, smacking him in the face, dealing 5 bludgeoning damage. Attack leaves corrosion behind for 12 acid damage. You see a large sort of corroded streak coming along Darendil's side. It's green and bubbly. Calvinus, your friends are fighting these oozes and they're losing their gear in the process. What are you going to do?
What's the right thing to do?
So here's a tip for you, Adam. Druids will not wear metal armor.
True. I'll just go as a giant spider and just crawl in front of Jeff here, and then I'll just attack this one. Spider bite.
Yeah, you bite him.
Wow.
Here comes that bite damage.
All right, you inject your spider poison into this ooze, and it finishes its drying out process and turns into a chalky white dust and becomes a powder. Dies.
Nice.
He starts doing spider dance. He starts doing spider dance, looking at Jeff the whole time as he wiggles his spider butt.
The ooze below Darendil shoots a pseudopod out at him, hitting him, once again corroding his skin. Darendil is struggling. He's like, "Fellows, I've got 2 here, and I'm not sure I can take much more from them." He's like, "But I'll give it the old college try!" And he roars with a bestial roar and lashes out at both oozes. He nearly tears one to smithereens with that one attack, and the other is utterly destroyed. Blurg pulls another one of those spears out of Jeff's bag and throws it at the ooze in front of Darendil. That slams into the ooze and kills it. The ooze squealing as it dies. Roland, you've got 1 ooze left in front of you.
Can I grab another spear?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. An attack. That'll hit. Okay. And then that was the 1d8, correct? Yes.
Yeah, if you're using it with both hands.
Yeah, both hands. Oh.
Nice. Yeah, just the tiniest little corner of the ooze. A tiny little piece off of him. The spear does do -1 to its damage.
Oh man, I forgot on the first round to do my second attack.
Oh, it's only on your first round? Oh, that's
Yeah, if you take the attack action on that turn, you get a second attack if it hits.
nice.
Gotta remember that shit.
Guiding bolt.
Getting bolt!
Finally. What does that do? 4d6 radiant.
Nice.
And the creature is hit with this bolt of light, and it begins to emit a very bright light that starts emerging in large columns of light and eventually just pops in a flash and dies. As soon as that happened, Darendil turns on the one that Jeff just killed, rage and fury in his eyes, and tries to attack it, but it's not there. So instead, he attacks Roland.
Oh.
Vicious